The views and opinions provided on this show are for informational purposes only and should not be misinterpreted as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action. For more information, please go to passiveinvestorshow.com. Hey PI listeners, this is John Fortes. I'm making it a point to speak to as many investors as possible. My goal is to position myself to be a blessing to my network through conversation. How could one be a blessing through conversation? The easy answer is by listening. A simple conversation can open many opportunities and doors. I always ask myself this: what do I have to lose by having one more conversation? Going back to high school, I've connected friends and family in my network to one another, even if it didn't benefit me. And I continue those same principles and practices. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. If I can't help you, I probably know someone or something that can probably solve your problem. I'd love for you to become a part of that network. Go to www.johnfortes.com, create your investor profile, and schedule a call. How can I best serve you through conversation? In the words of Clarence the Angel from It's a Wonderful Life, no man is a failure who has friends.
And now, the Passive Investor Show. Here's your host, John Fortes.
Welcome, PI listeners, to the Passive Investor Show. I'm the Passive Investor Consultant, John Fortes, your host of the only ranked podcast for passive investors in multifamily syndications and real estate funds. Our goal and purpose of this show is to be a resource to investors and help them master their passive investments by beating inflation 1% at a time.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this special message.
Hey everyone, if you manage your own rental properties, aren't you looking for a more sufficient way to streamline your to-do list and make the leasing process easier? Apartments.com lets you list your units, screen and receive applications, create leases, collect rent, and track maintenance and expenses, all on the #1 rental network for free. That's right, for free. Apartments.com isn't just for apartments. 29 million monthly visitors visit the site for all types of listings, like single-family homes, duplexes, condos, and townhomes. Renters view these specific listings over 100 million times per month. This valuable exposure and a robust suite of resources are available to you as a landlord for free. And it's all online, so you can access this information anywhere at any time. If you're ready to find the perfect tenant, get started today by listing your units on the #1 rental network. Go to apartments.com/John Fortes. That's apartments.com/John Fortes. Why not take advantage of the free tools right at our fingertips? Go to apartments.com/John Fortes. It's free. Here's the difference between investing with a firm that offers funds versus investing with a firm that doesn't offer funds. When you're investing with a firm that has funds already in place, that means there's no passing of information. There's true security for investors, meaning you should be worried about how your information is passed along from sponsor to sponsor, partners to partners. And this is a controversial take because there are a lot of capital raising firms out there that partner with sponsors and then hand off the investors to the sponsor team. And then what happens after that is they handle all the communication between the investor and sponsor. Now, as an investment firm, you want to make sure that that sponsor team does not, and I mean does not, approach your investors. So you don't know that for sure. You can sign confidential agreements to ensure yourself extra protection, but a lot of firms aren't going that far with their partnerships. So to skirt all that, the best way to keep everything in-house and avoid security catastrophe based off information leakage and lost contact information and or security risks and measures, you want to create your own fund as a firm. So investing with a firm that offers a fund is an added layer of security and protection, because now you're only dealing with that sponsor when you're supposed to only originally be dealing with only that sponsor, and there's no passing of information. In fact, on the back end, what happens with the fund when they go and participate in opportunities, they ideally just participate through the fund. So the only real information being passed is signing the subscription documents or whatever they need, the agreements based off the fund's information. So if it's called Real Estate Investment Fund 7, when they go and invest with that fund, they are investing as Real Estate Investment Firm Fund 7. So that's the only information that's being passed along as far as being able to invest through whatever they sign up and managing the portal that they're investing through based off that fund. So if I got to sign on another portal to track this investment, the firm is doing that. Now, it's not the investor signing up on this portal, but also sign up on that portal. That's a little bit too much for investors, and might even want to repel investors from saying, I got too many logins for one. It's trying to minimize exposure with handoffs. So that's the benefits of a fund working for a firm, but also benefits of a fund working for investors. So a fund offers investors true diversification, and you're working with one sponsored team, and you're leveraging the firm's experience and abilities to identify investments that meet that criteria. So if you already know their track record, or even if this is their first one, the types of investments that they're looking to make has to be your criteria. It has to meet your criteria. Also, the fund is easier to track. So let's say the fund is going to invest in no less than 3 investment opportunities. You don't have to manage all 3. The fund manager is going to manage all 3, and you're just going to get the reports based off that management. So it's less K1s at the end of the year. So you're going to get 1 K1 based off those 3 investments. And then the benefits for the firm side as well is they avoid exposing their investors and provides extra layer of security. It allows you to purchase assets and portfolios easier if you're going to use it to go and purchase and take down a few things. If you're going to partner JV with other people, it allows you to be in a beneficial position to be able to attract those type of investments. So you're essentially running your real estate investment firm almost as if a family office would themselves. So that is the benefits of investing with a fund. Also, the benefits of why your firm should have a fund. It avoids a lot of those little miscues and security potential breaches and risks that you're exposing your investors to. So I hope that's helpful. Fund is basically the way of going forward, in my opinion, with real estate. And if your firm or sponsor has not considered a fund, you should question them as if they are true capital raisers, or are they true actual assets that they are finding on their own behalf and they are the lead sponsor of. So those are questions you want to ask other investors other sponsors, other investment firms that are raising capital or seeking to raise capital. And that's how you can tell the difference, by asking simple questions just to figure out exactly how you're being leveraged as an investor through that firm. Now, there are some drawbacks as a firm with creating your own fund. So one of those, it's very costly. So you're getting in-house or outsourcing your own accountant, and you're also basically covering the upfront cost of creating the legal docs to structure the fund. Those are the 2 expensive portions of it. It's worth it for your firm to explore into finding out if the fund is a proper business model for you. But also the drawbacks for the investor is they don't get to source the opportunities similar to they would on a 1-to-1 syndication. So yes, it is true diversification on one hand, but on the other hand, they don't get to make the decisions on the type of assets. So if you know the firm is a strict multifamily firm, then you know you're going to be invested in multifamily assets similar to the ones that the firm has already invested with in the past. So that's kind of the drawbacks for it. So I know I covered all the good. I just want to cover a few of the bad from an investor standpoint and from a firm standpoint. So if you have the funds to create your own fund as a firm, it's worth it. It's worth exploring in more of. But also as an investor, if you're comfortable with not having to decide on the type of assets and let the firm decide on the type of assets because of their track record or even their business model or plan, then, you know, it might be something that you guys both want to consider as a firm and one as a investor. Don't forget to download your free copy of the investment tracker. It allows you to track up to 5 investments, compare sponsors, markets, and most importantly, projected versus actual returns. To get your copy, go to www.projectedreturns.com. PI listeners, thank you for listening. As always, we hope this was the best resource for your investment strategy, but also the best use of your time. Remember, if this episode helps you, you can help us by leaving a review on iTunes. I hope you feel compelled enough to share it with someone you think this would resonate with as well. As much as it pains us to leave you, but you know what time it is. Time to go put this into practice. Till the next time we meet, happy investing. PI listeners, I'm grateful for your time and I appreciate you for listening. It would mean the world to me if you went to iTunes and left a rating and written review. Let me know how you feel about the show. It really makes a big difference with getting the podcast out there. Don't forget about our Facebook group, where all of our guests are members of. I'll be there to answer any of your questions, or even questions you might have for future guests. Subscribe so you can get the latest episodes and our fan favorite quick hitters. Finally, I want to keep you updated, so head over to johnfortes.com and sign up for the newsletter. If you're interested in partnering with me, sign up on the contact page so you can talk to me directly. I look forward to connecting with you. Happy investing.